All right, welcome back and thanks for tuning in to another video. So you guys, you haven't missed anything, trust me. A lot of you guys been emailing me, asking me questions about how the lawn renovation went. From my last video, you've seen the yard looked a mess. So today I will be giving you a nice update on that. But trust me, you haven't missed anything. Only thing I've been doing back here, I mowed it about 3 times. Haven't put down any fertilizer, any pre-emergent, anything of that nature. So we're gonna talk about that today. But I'd like to thank you guys that reached out and emailed me, asking me how I'm doing, asking me how the new job is going. That's where my major focus been. As you know, I got a new job, graduated, so I am on orientation still. So that's where my major focus been, learning a new job and how everything is operating. But let me know in the comment section how your summer, the end of summer turned out for you guys, and how's your fall going. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know how your renovation turned out. So we can go over a quick yard overview. I'm going to show you how everything turned out. I know you can see behind me, it looks green. That's how I like it. So I'm going to show you how we got there, and I'm going to explain to you the steps we need to be taking next. So stay tuned and let's go over that right now. The lawn looks nice and green, but before it looked like this, it looked like this. Yes, as you can see here, the lawn was beat up very, very bad. The summer took a beating. My dogs were back here running around, a lot of their little pee stains, and I had some pesky weeds back here that I wanted to get rid of. The pesky weed is POA. I wanted to get rid of that POA before I did my fall overseed dethatching. So as you remember, I dethatched the lawn this year. I did not aerate. I just dethatched it, took all that dead material out, and then overseeded the lawn, kept it water, fed it that one time with the Scott's Built for Seed, and now this is what you have here. Nice and dark green once again. Now this is a cool season lawn, you guys. So right now temperatures have dropped drastically in my area, and like I said, we're like mid-fall, so that is to be expected. But some days it's very, very cool. Some days it's like in the 40s. So right now it's like 60 something degrees, but as you see, we got a little close up. The overseed came out very, very nice. Some areas of the lawn a little bit thin. Some I lost to birds. Birds were eating up the seeds, but that's okay, because right now this grass is still in a baby state. Like I said, I only mowed it about 3 times. Put that Built for Seed down. That's the fertilizer with the pre-emergent to keep the weeds away while the grass seed germinates. And then all I did was water, and then mowed it a few times. So now I am going to be putting down some pre-emergent. So that's why I'm here talking to you today. And I'm going to be showing you the pre-emergent I will be using. But for the most part, what do you guys think about the lawn renovation and how everything turned out? Now, like I said, here it's fall time, so you do got some leaves in the yard here. So that's for the little bit of the aesthetics of fall time. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of leaves. You can actually mulch those into the lawn as like a natural fertilizer, and it feeds the lawn. So, but for the most part, it is bounced back very, very nice. Now, fall time, early springtime, this is the best time for a cool season lawn. It's gonna thrive, it's gonna look its best. Now you can have a nice lawn in the summertime, but it's gonna take a lot more work. You're gonna have to water a lot, have some kind of other supplements in it to keep it nice and green. But you can definitely have a green lawn, a cool season lawn in the summer. But right now, with the temperatures dropping, fall, spring, this is where a cool season lawn actually thrives at and looks good. So we are at the back of the lawn right now, and as you can see, nice and dark green. Currently cut at 3 1/4 inch right now. Now before the winter really hits, I am going to take it down to about 2 1/2, and that's it. And that'll get me until next spring. But to have a nice spring lawn, you're going to have a nice winter preparation. So we're going to go over that right now and what I will be using. But what do you guys think? Once again, let me know in the comment section how your renovations turned out, and what do you think of this renovation. This is the product I will be using today. If you guys been here a while, you know I've been using Stay Green. So I went to Lowe's and I seen that they had a Stay Green Performance Max Multi-Action Crabgrass Killer. This is a 2-in-1, so it's a post-emergent and a pre-emergent. Today I will be using it as a pre-emergent. The formula is a 0-0-1. So 0 representing 0 nitrogen, 0 phosphorus, 1% potassium, aka potash. This is going to be comparable to the Let's Go Stonewall or the Let's Go Dimension that you can find at Home Depot or Lowe's. Like I said, this is just a Lowe's brand. And if you've been here a while, I've been using Stay Green on my lawn for about 3 seasons now. So when I seen that they had a actual pre-emergent, I said, let me go ahead and give it a shot. So right now, this is the most important time to get down your pre-emergent now, because you want to make sure we're fighting off those pesky weeds. Now, you can get, dandelions, daffodils, you can easily kill those things, clovers, anything of that nature, creeping Charlie, you can get those out the lawn. We want to make sure we're keeping away POA. That's the number 1. Crabgrass, that's number 2. Nutsedge, number 3, all those grassy weeds. But POA is number 1, and POA likes to start germinating now in the winter, well, late fall, early winter. When soil temps start to actually go down, that's when the POA starts to germinate. So we want to make sure we go ahead and put a barrier up against that, because that's an eyesore. POA is very like that lime green look. So if you have a nice dark green lawn and you get that POA in there, lime green, it makes the lawn look very nasty. And as you can see, that's what I was killing off all season long. So that's why before I went ahead and did my renovation, that's why you're seeing the grass all killed off, because I just got tired of looking at that POA. So now, if you want to use this as a post-emergent weed killer, I don't really use granular products as a post-emergent weed killer, but you can. You're going to make sure your lawn is moist. So you either let it rain a little bit or come out in the morning dew, or you can throw your irrigation on a little bit and just damp the lawn a little bit, because now you're going to need those granules to actually sit on the weeds that you're trying to kill. You're gonna have to let them sit for at least 24 to 48 hours so it can be absorbed into the root system, and then it can start killing off those weed plants that you want to get rid of. But like I said, today I'm going to use it as a pre-emergent. Now, using it as a pre-emergent, you want to apply this to a dry lawn. Make sure your lawn is dry, and then you're going to water it in after applying the product. So you can make sure, let it rain, as long as you get about a 1/4 inch of irrigation water on the lawn, the product will actually wash off the actual granules and create that barrier on top of your soil. That's how your pre-emergent is going to actually keep away the actual weeds from germinating. It's going to the chemical on the actual granules is going to wash off. It's not the granules itself, it's the chemical that's on the granules that creates that barrier on top of the soil layer. So weeds can't germinate, and also your grass seed can't germinate also. So you got to make sure, if you just threw down some seed, got to give it at least 45 days or 3 mows for it to strengthen itself, and then you can start putting down your chemicals on it. So this one today, the active ingredients inside is, like I said, is a 2,4-D. That's going to be your weed killer. It's a dicamba, another weed killer. Dithiopyr, that's your pre-emergent. That's going to create that barrier. So that's the thing you're looking for. You got dithiopyr, you got prodiamine. All of those are your actual weed preventers. So on the back here, very basic bag here, is going to show you all the actual broadleaf weed control, and it's a bunch that it controls on there. So, but like I said, we're not using it as a post-emergent today. Going to use it as a pre-emergent. Now, it does guarantee analysis of, like I said, potassium 1%. It has a little bit of iron in there, a 0.5% of iron, so that's going to give you a nice little green pop. Like I said, there's no nitrogen, so you're not going to get no growth. But the iron, that's what you're looking for when you want a nice green. So 0.5% of iron is not bad at this time of the season. Keep it nice and green. You got your manganese, about 0.20% on that. So that's another actual, mineral that's going to actually help your grass thrive. And you have your zinc at 0.05%, not too much, but like I said, this is another thing to help your grass thrive also. So the most important thing we need, potassium, and then you get your iron, nice little green pop. Now, for this bag, this one covers 4,000 square feet for this whole bag. It weighs about 14 pounds. Now to use this, they recommend that you use 3.6 pounds per 1,000 square feet. So today I'm gonna use about 9 pounds of this product to cover my backyard and the side yard also. So got my bucket here, got my luggage scale. If you've been here a while, this is how I actually weigh out my product to make sure I'm getting an accurate dose of this product on the lawn. You don't want to over apply the product. If you go over a little bit, like if I say I got to apply 9 pounds and I put 10 pounds, that's fine. Do not worry about that. But you over applying the product, if you need 9 pounds and you double it and put 18 pounds down, that's a no-no. So make sure 9 pounds or 10 pounds is totally fine. All right, so this can be used on all types of grass: Kentucky bluegrass, fescue, ryegrass, common Bermuda grass, zoysia grass, and hybrid Bermuda grass. So if you could find this product, it's a pretty good product. Like I said, it's a 2-in-1, and it's gonna help put in micronutrients into your lawn. So I've been using Stay Green products the whole time on my lawn, and it's been doing a wonderful job. Everything has been turning out real nice and green, growing real nice, so I can't complain. So I'm gonna use this hoping to get the same results, and it was on sale. This bag ran me about 19 bucks for 4,000 square feet of coverage, basically a 14-pound bag, so can't get mad at that. For some reason, Lowe's kind of like to clearance down their Stay Green products, and I'm not mad at that at all, because it's some of the best stuff on the actual market, because for the actual homeowners that we can find, offering a lot of micronutrients in the bags that you find in those high price bags. So I'm not going to complain. The product is very, very good. Now this is how the granules look. Very, very basic. Just your basic granules there. So you can't, it's nothing special. It has like a little bit of extra stuff in it, like I said, when it has the nitrogen and stuff like that. So got your weed killer in it, got your nitrogen, not your nitrogen, your iron, sorry about that. No nitrogen in this bag. Now you just use your luggage scale. Now don't worry about tearing out the bucket, because the bucket is so light it doesn't even show up on the scale. So I'm gonna pick this up right here, and right now I have 5 pounds in this bag. So like I said, I need 9. So I'm gonna add some more. Oh, that would have been bad. Bag falling over, wasting my product and causing a mess in the lawn. All right, so here we go. Should have about 9 pounds now. Right around 9 pounds, a little bit more, and I'll be all set. All right, now we at the hopper. So just pour your product right inside the hopper, just like this. Always pour over a hard surface, never on top of the grass, because now your hopper might fall over, and now you done created a big issue in the lawn. So always on a hard surface. Now for Scott spreaders, the bag recommend putting it on 4 3/4 to spread down the product. So put it down 4 3/4 on all Scott spreaders. So now that we've got this set up, we're ready to go ahead and spread down our product. All right, so spreading down the product, you're gonna start at the far side of your lawn and do the perimeter first. So you're just gonna walk at a nice even pace. And your product is just gonna spread on its own. You don't have to run, just nice even walking pace to spread your product. Get to your edges, and like I said, just do your perimeter pass first, and then you'll make your pass during the middle once you're done. But secure the perimeter first. Now, if you have any pets or anything of that nature, keep the pets out of your lawn for at least 24 to 48 hours on the safe side. Like I said, the granules are not the hazardous part. It's the product and the chemical on the granules. So once you start watering the lawn, the water washes off the chemical off the granules onto the actual soil, and that's what creates your barrier. Now, the dogs will come outside, and it's okay, because you know, I know some dogs like to eat grass, so they'll be eating the grass or anything of that nature. If they consume the actual granules afterwards, after the 48 hours, they should be good to go. According to the bag, it is people and pet friendly when you use it the proper way. I just throw a little bit on this actual corner in the back here because I don't walk over there. But now you just go and make a second pass, and now you're not at the edge as you was the first time. You are working your way towards the middle. So as you can see, now going back in the straight line, and you slightly overlap a little bit, but not too much. So you go like this, and then you're working your way further and further away from the actual perimeter into the middle of your lawn. And you still have a bunch of product left inside the hopper. So if you weighed it out properly and measured everything, you have nothing to worry about of over applying the product. I've been doing this for a while with these granular products, and I never had any issues. But now that I'm putting this down, I'll keep my dogs off the lawn for at least 2 days. And I'll water this in with about a 1/4 inch of actual water just to activate the product. You don't have to oversaturate anything, just enough to actually get the chemical off the actual granules. But so far, my lawn is turning out very, very nice. Took a beating during the summer. Like I said, the dogs was out here having a good time. Had a little bit, you know, family gatherings, people coming over, cookouts. So we actually enjoyed the lawn this year, so it took a beating. But it bounced back. It's just grass. It's okay. You can always repair it. But I'm not gonna say it's just grass anymore, because the prices of everything that went up. Grass seed used to be cheap. Now grass seed is pretty expensive. But you just go ahead and spread down this product nice and even. And as you can see in the hopper, I'm getting down to towards the end of the product. And I just make another pass over here in the perimeter. And sometimes with certain hoppers, you have to move the product back towards the center, because sometimes it doesn't move all the way, but it'll be all right. And now you make your other pass. So I made my vertical pass. Now I'll make my horizontal pass. The bag will tell you how to spread down product. Do your perimeters, horizontal pass, crisscross pattern, all of that until you waste all the product. Now you're not over applying the product. Just remember, if you weighed it out properly, you are using the proper amount to give you a few passes. So when you do the vertical pass and then you do your horizontal pass, you're hitting every square footage of your yard. So just remember that. You don't went up, down, and now you're going side to side. So you covered all ground in the lawn. And don't worry about if you have a thick layer of grass. Some lawns are very, very thick. These actual pearls there are small enough where once you start watering it, even if it's sitting on top of the grass, like I said, it will work its way and push its way down to the root of the soil, you know, of the grass, down to the roots or top layer of the soil. And most time, like I said, it's the chemical. So it's not the actual granule itself, it's the chemical that's gonna wash off and get down on the soil. So even if that actual granules are sitting on top of the grass, the chemical made its way down there Sorry about the noise of the airplane, but we're almost done here. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Everything I'm showing you now is gonna help you have a nice spring lawn. Hopefully you guys followed along and did your lawn renovation. Mine turned out pretty good. I'll do a little spot fixing next spring, but it's not gonna be too heavy because I did most of the work now. Everything you do in the fall time, it always transitions into springtime. So make sure you please get your pre-emergent down. I didn't last year, and that's why I was suffering with the POA, and I had to burn out some of those spots in the lawn, as you can see. But that is the most important part of your actual lawn journey, getting that pre-emergent down in the fall, because POA will germinate, and that is one pesky weed that is hard to get rid of. Crabgrass, nutsedge, any of those other weeds you can get rid of throughout the year. But if you can actually avoid it, get your pre-emergent down now, and then that'll hold you until February, March of next year, where you can get your second application of your pre-emergent down. So hopefully this helped you guys out. Please let me know in the comment section how your lawn renovations turned out. Hopefully I helped you guys with anything. Please ask any questions, email me, let me know. I appreciate all you guys' support. Stay tuned, and I'm gonna show you how to winterize the lawn. And that's gonna be in the next video, sometimes right before Thanksgiving, but I may drop a few videos in between there. But hope you guys enjoy, stay tuned, take care, and I'll see you again.